Hey, and we're back. Hey. Hiatus. It was a little bit of a hiatus, but shit happens.
Yes.
I see y'all loving the videos, liking, subscribing, giving views. The highest viewed video right now is the Body Shaming Podcast with over 103 views. Nice. I'd like to thank you guys for that.
Thanks for watching.
We truly do appreciate that.
You.
Again, you can find us on YouTube, iTunes. You know what you're listening to this on.
Yes.
But anyways, here we are. Episode 11?
11.
This is episode 11, right?
This is episode 11. Hey, but what it doesn't matter.
Guess what? Double digits. Fantasy football.
Fantasy
hey,
football season.
Guess what it is? Hey, man, I am stupid stoked right now.
This is your favorite holiday, isn't it?
Hey, man, for the next 8 months, it's going to be nothing but football and then right into the NBA. Lake Show, LeBron King. LA Braun. That's what whoa. We don't do that shit, shit. No, none of that.
Claimed him first.
But anyways. So tonight's episode is going to be on fantasy football. Why does the world love it so much? What's so addicting? We got a special guest in the building.
Special guest here today.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Daddy Doogie, how you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Football is on the horizon.
Dugasso Ramirez.
4 drafts coming up in the next 5 days.
Nice.
So.
By the way, you had your $200 draft already, right?
Yes, absolutely.
How'd that go for you?
I feel damn good about it. I had the 10th pick out of 10 teams, of course.
Shit. Last.
Okay.
Yeah, last. So I was like, damn, man, there's not going to be any of the top
But that means
guys
you had
left.
10, 11. Who'd you go with?
I went Beckham and Fournette.
Oh, that's not bad.
Because all the top running backs are gone.
Don't forget that Blake Bortles still is the quarterback of that team. I'm just throwing that out.
Fournette?
Yeah.
That's why they run. That's why he gets 30 carries a game. And
just don't expect him to get those
so.
PPRs because Blake is throwing him the ball.
That's fine. As long as he's a beast on the ground, that's fine.
Yeah.
So you said you're in 5 leagues, right?
5 leagues.
Yeah, I'm in 2. So we're going to focus on 2 because 5 is a lot.
That's a lot to keep up with. There's a lot of fantasy there.
That's like, shit, fantasy, bro. Yes. Amazing times, though. But you know why I love fantasy football so much?
Right.
Because it makes you fucking watch
all
the
games.
Week 8 matchup of the Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
And you're like, why the fuck am I watching this game?
Division game.
Yeah.
Some people care about it.
Yeah, I guess the Dolphins and the Bills wouldn't be too bad. Yeah.
Okay,
and
Bills.
Rubacaba, my boy, he's a fucking Dolphins fan. He'll be there on Saturday when we do the draft.
Oh, sure? Yeah.
No, Ed, my boy Ed. He's a Miami fan.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll dive right in. What is fantasy football? Brief overview, because if you're listening to this, I'm pretty sure you know what fantasy football is. Fantasy football is when a bunch of men, and sometimes females, get together and they draft players. They make a team out of said players, and they get points based off said players' play performances that Sunday, Thursday, or Monday night. At the end of these games, they then get tallied up, and then you do have a winner. A lot of people grow up wanting to be sports athletes. Some people grow up wanting to be sport GMs. And this is what GM fanatics do for fun.
Yeah.
Was that brief enough?
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Pretty good, right?
Music.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just throw a little one in there as well. They range anywhere from like 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18 team leagues.
14 and up is just...
It's fucking watered down.
You
get the 6-string wide receiver on punt return and all this shit. Like, no.
12 is the max. I'd like 10 personally.
Hey, guess what my league is? It's 10.
My league 12 now. It's
always
been 10.
We just did the draft order for your league.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Guess what?
That was crazy. Because the number 1 pick went to like the most intriguing, smartest, fit, and handsome dude in your league.
And no, it's not me. If that's
it is motherfucker right. I like that. No, it's the realest Rican, homie. That's who it is. Oh, did we just go through like 20 minutes and we didn't? You know what it is. It's your boy, the realest Rican.
It's your boy Samuel motherfucking Jackson back again.
Of course, and then I brought Doogie in before I said anything about us on this. That's crazy.
But y'all know who we are.
You know who we are, though. You say, like I said, episode 11. We in this pretty deep now.
Let's go.
So, anyways, yeah. What do you guys want to start with?
You know what? since I'm like naive and just go with the flow, I have no real experience in fantasy football, and you guys seem to be experts. So, what's some do's or don'ts of first-time users or first-time fantasyers?
Number one pick: don't grab a quarterback. No matter how heavy your league is on quarterbacks, you can wait on quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
You want an Aaron Rodgers, you want a Tom Brady, you want a Drew Brees.
Yeah.
But that means you got to miss out on amazing
Receivers,
players.
running backs.
If you pass them up, they don't come back. So
remember that.
you only need one quarterback. You need lots of running backs and receivers.
I didn't know that.
I mean, you do need two, because when he sits that week that was his bye, you need someone else to sit in.
Right.
But after all, you're probably only going to go with the one quarterback the whole time.
Okay.
So
now,
don't go with a quarterback.
don't go with the
Don't go with a kicker.
Ooh.
Wait to draft your defense. What else?
Okay. Good advice.
Those are mine. What do you?
Well, just be smart, man. You got to mock draft. I mock draft all the time.
Okay.
Positions I do.
You don't have to mock draft.
Mock drafts are fake drafts for practice. If you know your draft spot, or if you just want to play around and see what you're going to get at different draft spots, you can go to your app, whichever app you play with.
Yeah.
And then you can mock draft and see who would be available,
they'll let you
like
do it on the
mid-rounds, and it's all. Once it ends, it's over. It's gone. It's in the way.
So we have
just for practice.
Dugas's fantasy league draft order, but the Realist Budcast fantasy football league is up on ESPN. It is viewable for the public, so check that out. Let us know what we're doing all year. Talk shit with us is what we do.
Yeah.
But that draft order won't be found out until
an hour
this
prior.
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
This next Saturday morning, I should say.
Morning.
Or
It's
not
an hour prior, right?
Well, so the whole thing starts the draft is at 5 p.m.
Right.
Pacific Standard Time for you Jersey fucks out there.
Fucking Jersey.
But we're gonna be barbecuing and drinking and bullshitting, so I'm thinking we'll probably be at Nick's pad like 2 o'clock, and then we'll probably. I want to just do the order that morning, and just
you're
send it
gonna
to
choose
everybody.
it randomly. You're not gonna let it choose random for you.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I thought it was most leagues. Well, a lot of leagues will put it like an hour before draft time. Once the draft lobby opens, then you can go see what pick you have. So you have no time to prepare. You gotta oh shit, I got 7.
Well, yeah, there'll be no. The reason why we did it the day of is to try to give you as little time to prepare. But I think an hour before time is pretty fucked up, and I'm not going to let the computer tell me what it is. I'll do random picks from a human hat. I'll do it.
Yeah.
No fucking problem with that. But I'm not going to let a computer. I don't play slot machines at the casino for that exact reason. I don't play video poker. I don't play video roulette. None of that shit. Why? Because I'm not going to let a computer tell me if I won or didn't win.
Exactly.
But anyways.
Exactly.
So yeah, those are your fantasy do's. Do definitely grab either the first pick or the last pick, because most leagues are snake drafts. So what that means is 1 through 10 and then 10 through 1. So if you get the 10th pick, you get the 11th pick.
Yeah.
If you get the first pick, you're not going to pick again for till 22 or some shit.
Okay.
But you get any pick of the litter because you get number 1 pick.
Okay.
So I mean, a lot of players can make the argument for the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
But the consensus top pick around 99% of leagues is Le'Veon Bell.
Yep. I see him a lot, even when I'm watching the ESPN.
But with that being said, though, would you take Le'Veon Bell or AB first?
First?
Yeah.
No, you go. I'm a huge believer in you take your running backs first. Receivers you can get
In a PPR league.
still. Because Bell catches hella passes too.
Yeah.
So he gets all that running love.
That was a bad example
I mean,
for Le'Veon
did
Bell.
anything change?
He does it all.
He's Steelers, right? Did anything change on their front line, though?
No, you know what changed? Ben Roethlisberger got a fucking concussion in the preseason. That's what changed.
Shit.
So that is Big Ben's body giving out?
See?
I mean, it might. Who knows? That concussion might be fucking side effects from his. Remember that fucking motorcycle accident he had? It was his 3rd year or 4th year or some shit.
Oh yeah.
We don't forget, Ben.
Yeah.
We don't forget.
With them 2 chicks
People
on the
don't
bar.
forget.
Yeah, or his rape case when they were he was like, "Bitch, I'm a quarterback." She's like, "No, you're not." He's like, "Give me the pussy, I'm a quarterback." I guarantee that's exactly how it went.
I'm sure that's how it went.
I'm
I've
sure
been
that's exactly
in
how it
bars next to rich assholes before, and that's normally how it goes.
Yeah, well, it's a different level when they're rich quarterbacks.
Damn.
Quarterbacks have been blown their entire life.
That's
And you're going to tell them now that he's not?
Yeah.
Anyways,
He's aggressive person. Yeah.
NFL money. All
let's
right,
get back on track.
You
Let's
know,
get back on track with that bullshit. But anyways,
his body might be breaking down. I think they always say for fantasy purposes, avoid him now. He used to be one of the top dudes.
Word.
you know what? While we're getting into that, let's just talk about it. We were going to talk about it last, but let's talk about it now.
Okay.
What players are not going to be the same? Because we're talking about that over the hill, that cliff, that you're too old, right? Running backs, after 30, they tell running backs they're too old. Well, my question is specifically for you guys on this.
Right.
Tom Brady is going to be 41 this year.
Yes.
Drew Brees is going to be 40 this year.
Okay.
Do they fall off? Do they lose numbers?
I think Brady will.
Ooh.
Honestly, I was kind of thinking that Brady's not going to be at the mammoth god level that he always is.
Yeah, I don't see it.
He'll still be like one of the best in the league, but his level of play over these last few years has been fucking nuts. So I don't think he's going to reach. Let me
restructure that question then. Is he going to score in fantasy? Is he going to score well in fantasy?
He'll score well at the beginning in fantasy.
You think he's going to tail off?
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what he did last year because I had him last year.
Yeah.
He did very well for the first, fantasy season is about 13 weeks.
He did get the first 5 or something.
And then playoffs is 14 to 16.
Okay.
He did very good up to week 9.
Oh, okay.
And then he tailed off.
So,
and it kind of hurt I still got second in that fucking league, but I was lucky too.
Okay. So expect an injury probably mid-season. Sorry to any Tom Brady fans, but
Patriot fans.
Following patterns, you have to be careful with that.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with
patterns. So Tom, he'll be good, but not great.
Right.
Not amazing, godly.
God, Brady.
Now let's I want to bring up a couple before your boy Drew.
All right.
I know you want to talk about Drew.
I do.
What about Eli? What's he gonna do?
Ooh,
yeah.
I forgot all about him. What the fuck, man?
I'm very interested.
ODB just re-signed that contract, which we'll talk about in a second.
Okay.
But that's going to give Eli all the fucking power he needs to keep going because he's going to have. He's
just gonna throw it up, and OBJ's gonna get it.
And he's gonna catch it hand all behind his head.
Yeah.
He's gonna juggle it behind his back.
Yeah.
He just does that. But then when it comes to playoffs, he drops passes. Yeah. But anyways.
Yeah, that pressure still. He's still young, so that pressure. I don't see.
All right, well,
I guess you hit your threshold of too many crazy catches during the season. Maybe you should drop a little bit during the season.
All right. We'll see. I still drafted him, so let's not talk too much shit.
I didn't draft him yet, so I can talk all this shit I want to.
I want to feel good about my draft pick, so my number 1.
Who did you want to talk about? Oh, you said Eli.
Eli, yeah. So
I don't think there'll be any fall off from Eli. I think he'll actually have a better year this year than he did last year.
Okay.
Because ODB is going to be healthy.
Because he's going to be putting up the numbers, and when the receiver catches the Hail Marys that you throw up, it makes you look good too. Okay.
Don't forget, he won 2 Super Bowls. One at 7-9, and then 9-7, or some shit like that, right? When
they both
were they 7-9? They were 9-7.
9-7 both years. Wild card teams.
Wild card number 6 both years. Went in there and smashed everybody.
Okay.
So let me bring up another one.
Okay.
Mr. Phillip Rivers.
Oh, Phillip Rivers with the sidearm.
I love Phillip Rivers. He's a gunslinger. He's
He's throwing the ball to.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Allen, Mike Williams, who's going to be a sleeper.
Their tight end that took over from Antonio Gates is out for the season.
Yeah, true.
Towards ACL or some shit.
But they do have that young kid, Austin Eckler, the little pass catching back.
Yeah.
You
better hope they worked him into some plays, though.
I don't know who he is.
If they worked him into some plays in the playbook, though, because you got to think about that.
They will. They did. He started to make plays last year.
Okay.
So he's going to be part of it, too.
So that makes
Again,
sense.
let us remind you that we are in Las Vegas,
Nevada. Williams.
So when we smoke marijuana, it's not illegal. So please get off my back.
Exactly. I'll blow through this phone.
Yes. Green athletes, baby. That's what we are.
Yes.
Anyways,
So I think they're going to win that division.
Okay. I mean, I can
Chargers
see,
will finally.
I can see LA being all right. I can see them being okay, but
I seen a preseason game of theirs, didn't they?
They just got smashed by the Saints, 38-6.
Oh, preseason.
That shit was great.
It's preseason.
My third strings are better than your third strings.
See, that's how I look at these.
Yeah, no, it was a legit game. You know what I mean? But
okay.
I don't believe in their defense. I don't believe in their defense.
Whose defense? The Chargers, you think?
LA's defense. No, yeah. The Chargers defense is...
They just drafted Kerwin James. They got Bosa and Melton Ingram on the D-line. Like, they're going to be fine.
They have names, but they don't have a defense.
All right, well, anyway...
Yeah, that's how I feel about that.
So if you don't have defense as fantasy, Rivers is going to have to chuck the ball.
Yeah, so he's on a fantasy level. He'll get you some fucking points.
All right.
Especially in my league, it's PPC, point per completion. Well, actually, it'd be PP2 completions.
Yeah.
But yeah, in my league, that'll get you a lot of fucking points. You throw 40 balls, you get 20 points.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You complete.
I mean, you complete 40 balls.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Oh,
Nobody
complete
completes.
passes.
Drew Brees completes 40 balls.
All right. Well, what about your boy Drew?
There you go.
Segue.
That's what I was talking about.
Wait, we talking about a
Segue.
season?
Is he gonna fall? No, I'm talking about per game.
Per game? Damn, I'm about to say.
This is what he does. He does what he does. But anyways, does Drew Brees fall off? The answer to that question is, does Alvin Kamara stay healthy? That is the answer to that question.
Okay.
If Alvin Kamara stays healthy, that running game takes all the pressure off that offense, or the through the air offense. Drew has not thrown for the least amount of yards as he did last year in ever. Because he's never had a run game like this before. He's never had a defense like this before. The one time he had a defense like this, we won the fucking Super Bowl. And let's not even forget what would have happened last year had Marcus Williams made a fucking tackle. Anyways,
okay.
I'm still not over that. Yeah, no, never forget. 9/11? No, it's not 9/11. It's round 2 of the playoffs. Never forget. All right.
There we go.
We should have been in the NFC Championship, and we would have beat the shit out of the Philadelphia Eagles, and then the Eagles wouldn't have won the Super Bowl last year. But anyways, fuck with me on a different statement.
It's bigger than football. It's bigger than that.
But Drew Brees, no, definitely he's gonna, and especially in fantasy, Drew Brees makes names out of nobody. Marcus Colston was the second to last pick. And Drew Brees to Marcus Colston is still like number 3 overall all time touchdown quarterback to receiver combo.
Quietly too.
Quiet as fuck.
Quietly. It was very
quiet as fuck. Most people are gonna look that up right now and Google that shit and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And see it and be like, oh shit, Rican, you was right. Fuck, I was right. I'm not gonna lie to you about my squad.
It's up there, right? It's up there.
But I don't know if it's 3, but yeah, it's up there. Top 5. But with that being said,
any other
any other agers?
Quarterbacks.
Any other aging?
Yeah, with the aging.
We talked about AP signing in Washington.
Oh my God, yeah, that's not
no, that's not gonna be
Adrian Peterson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, he's done, man.
Yeah. Wait, what is Sherman? He's over in
Richard Sherman's on San Fran.
San Fran, yes, that's your team,
San
right?
Francisco.
Hey. That's gonna be interesting. Him playing up there.
Too.
Let's put it this way: old players don't fare well. That's why everyone is seeing what's going on with Tom Brady, with Drew Brees, with Adrian Peterson, with aging defenses. Look at the Steelers; their defense has not recovered from all those old fucks retiring and getting off the squad. It's still not
breaking their spine or
that part.
Harrison last year.
Oh, that's no. Well, Harrison got traded. You're talking about Shazier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Hey, prayers up.
Yeah,
I actually heard he's walking and doing shit still now. Like, he's actually trying to come back to play football.
No way.
Yeah.
No way he'll ever play football.
Hey, who knows?
Did he get pulled off the field?
He got hit with he like did a stinger, like his head. He like basically broke his neck, a spine injury.
Yeah. Okay.
He hit someone with the crown of his head and just that was it.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, it was. That shit, we still got to remember, it's still a fucking. We love watching it every Sunday, but this is a violent ass sport.
Violent ass sport, you know. And I'm glad.
People go, why is the season so short? Have you ever fucking played football for 18?
What Jerry Jones said the other day. He said it should be 18 regular season games and 2 preseason games instead of 4.
Yeah, I still think that's too much football. I think if you just take away 2 preseason games and just go 2 preseason games and 16 games, that's what's up. That still works.
Okay.
I think that's still too much football if you do. They say it because they're not the ones fucking playing. They're the ones cashing the checks.
Yeah, and all these lawsuits about okay. Let's not get into that.
Whatever. Yeah. Back on topic. Let's jump into this though. Give me your top 3. Well, you know what? Give me the top 3 according to ESPN for each position right now.
Well, running back is already know what it is. Bell, Gurley, David Johnson. That's top 3.
I don't agree with that.
Oh, that's what they picked.
That's 1, 2, 3.
I don't agree with that.
In that order.
I don't agree with that.
That's interesting.
I would throw Alvin Kamara in the top 3, and I'm not because I'm being a fucking homer, just because Baby Matrix is a G. Baby Matrix is a G.
He is
I'd also put Zeke Elliott in that top 3.
He's like number 4. Like they have him right.
I'm
there
not moving Le'Veon Bell out of there.
No.
So you're saying Gurley's not? Yeah, I don't believe that Gurley's the number 2. I don't. I think he'll get a lot of points because who the fuck else is Goff going to give the ball to, and who's else going to throw it to? But I don't think he's number 2 overall.
What about DJ?
Now,
David Johnson? He's a
if
monster.
he comes back healthy, bro, he broke his wrist.
Which is a wrist. For a running back,
And
if it's not your legs, I don't care.
Then why was he out the rest of the fucking season then? He was out like week 3 for the rest of the season for a wrist.
So
if it was week 1?
1.
A broken wrist.
That must
Didn't
be
play.
his strong arm, how he hold the ball. Then
It must have been son. He's a running back. Put that shit in the other arm, bro, and fucking let's go.
Yes, it's a weak arm.
Put a fucking cast on that shit and go ahead, bro.
My other hand.
Yo,
The ground hard.
Good.
My strong hand.
Good.
Get out of here.
But anyways, yes.
That's top 3. DJ, to me, Bell and DJ are like 1A. And then Gurley. And everyone say, what? Gurley scored a massive amount of touchdowns. Yeah. But I don't think he's going to get 19. Yeah, he did. You think he's going to get 19 touchdowns again? No.
Hey. Who knows? Who fucking knows?
David Johnson, last time we saw him for a whole season, he only set the record for how many points he scored for a running back in fantasy, ever.
Really?
Bigger than LT.
That's because no one knew who the fuck he was.
Bigger than LT?
I had him.
See, that's
that
when
year.
I came up.
I know exactly who he was.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
No, you fucking didn't.
All right.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Wide receivers.
Okay.
Top 3. Go. Well, hold on. No. Well, so we don't agree. I don't agree with the top 3 at least.
I
the
don't.
3 running backs. You said you kind of do. You would just flip the order a little bit.
Yeah. I put
So-
DJ 2 and Gurley 3.
Yeah, I would take DJ and Gurley out, and I would put Zeke and Alvin Kamara in there. But you might be thinking, Regan, these motherfuckers got some shit to prove. They're young. Zeke's only been there 3 years. This is Kamara's 2nd year. Yeah, I know. That's why they're fucking great, because they're young. Moving on though. Wide receiver. Give me the top 3 wide receivers.
It's AB, Antonio, and then you got Hopkins and Beckham.
Hopkins
Okay.
from Houston.
Oh yeah. I see Houston do a good season.
He is an animal. I don't think
Houston-
he's better than
Houston
Beckham,
is
though.
like underrated this year. I'm gonna be on a lot of their players.
I'm gonna take him out of the top 3. Why would you have him in there? What did they? Deshaun Watson
Yeah.
is
See,
not gonna come back.
as he was. You don't think so?
I think he'll come back as part of that, but he's not gonna come back guns a-blazing like this motherfucker's gonna
I
make
think-
Hopkins be a top wide receiver.
Yeah, but then what does Watts play then? Is he on the offensive line?
J.J. Watt
Yeah,
plays
yeah.
defensive end.
He did play for that. Okay, damn. Yeah.
But so, I mean, Deshaun Watson, if he comes back legit,
Yeah.
cool. I guess I can see Hopkins having a good season, but I'm gonna give you my top 3, and you're gonna call me a fucking homer again. But I guarantee you, if you look him up, he's number 4.
Who?
Mike Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so
okay.
He's
AB number 1,
AB.
number 2. Who was number 3 on that list that you told me?
Beckham.
Yeah, that's right. ODB.
Okay.
ODBJ.
ODB.
And then number 3, Mike Thomas.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck what any. I'm not being a homer.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State
You think
was
he's better than Hopkins?
Yeah, fuck yeah. And you know why? Because I think Drew Brees is better than Deshaun Watson.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't even know about that. I can't even say
Oh, you
that.
can't hear me. My bad. Sorry. In case you didn't hear me, I said
Reiterate that.
No,
Mike Thomas is going to be better because Drew Brees is throwing him the ball and Deshaun Watson's throwing the ball to.
Oh, okay, well, in like 4 or 5 games before he went out, he was
Hey, you know,
this world balling.
he was all right, bro.
all right.
Pro Football Talk has New Orleans beating Houston in the Super Bowl. So cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead, let them ball out, bro.
Yeah.
Again, we're talking about fantasy, not real football. I love seeing things where they say the Saints are winning.
I like Houston odds this year as an overall team, though. But yeah, individually, it's going to be different.
Houston's legit. We'll see what happens. So, but you agree? You agree with 3 that they put up?
I would put OBJ at number 2, and then Hopkins 3, and
so
then
you would just
I'll go Mike Thomas 4.
You just switched the orders.
Yeah.
Another fucking this guy.
There's a reason why
white people
guys,
don't like to argue, man. That's
there's a reason why these guys are like unanimous.
This is my shit.
These guys are like unanimous across the board. So they do it every year. You always want to get consistency for fantasy. You want consistent dudes that'll put up at least 15, 20 points a week for you. That's what the goal is.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you gotta look for and those dudes do it.
Okay.
They do it. I will bet on talent. Like people are talking about Jarvis Landry. He put in work in Miami, catching all sorts of short passes. And then they
in the
say
PPR league that
going.
pays.
Oh yeah,
That pays like a mic.
Absolutely.
But
he
who
went
did we
to
have? You cut someone. I picked him up. Old boy from Miami.
Parker probably Devontae.
Is that who it was? Someone was shitting though. Like the moment, like it was just they know it was. Did Ted Ginn ever play in Miami?
Don't you name drop Ted Ginn as someone who was blowing up at one point?
In Miami, he was.
I don't want to hear Ted. I don't want to hear Ted Ginn. Say Ted Ginn, you gotta say Ted fucking Ginn, because you're always upset when you.
Well,
say
are you
his
mad
name.
because he didn't do well for the Niners, but he did amazing for the
so he left now?
Niners?
He was shortly.
He fumbled the ball for
He
he fumbled the ball for the
playoffs.
Niners a couple times.
Oh,
you know?
shit.
That's why they don't like him.
That was remarkable.
But he did some great things for the Saints. So
You're in simple fantasies, boom or bust, and that's another thing. A little bullet point about fantasy football. Don't get boom or bust players.
Don't get boom or bust players.
Every player's a boom or bust player, bro.
No,
There's some that
your goal is consistency. So stay away from dudes that are not consistent.
Okay, because
Alshon
you never know
Jeffrey,
what this season's
T.Y.
gonna be for them.
Hilton.
Hey, no, you know
all
what?
these
You know
guys.
what? Real shit. Don't pick Alshon
Stephon
because I heard
Diggs.
he's not playing. He's not hurt, but the Eagles aren't playing in the first 2 weeks.
See, that's what
It
I'm
was
wondering.
never
Is
even-
is it something that's injury prone? Like last season, who had injuries that may come back this year and still suck? You know,
AP.
no matter if they injured or not. Okay.
I was just reading Doug Baldwin too. He's not 100% in his knee. They might manage it all year, and that was my second receiver in that $200 league.
You know who's
so
going to get hurt
we'll
again this
see.
year? And he's going to fuck up that Niner defense is Sherman.
Oh, yeah, the Shermanator.
He tore his ACL last year, right?
That's
what it was.
They
That's what
took
he said.
Seattle. They
Leadership.
took Seattle.
That's all he's
problems.
gonna. Even if he's hurt, he can provide some veteran leadership to these young guys.
Yeah. He
Teach
a
them how to play.
motivator. He is a good motivator. I'll say that. He talk a lot.
He was just talking shit about the Niners last year, bro. And now he's on the Niners. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
What do you think about Josh Gordon, by the way? How is he gonna do?
According to the notes on ESPN, this motherfucker's not going to play till like week 3, week 4.
No.
When they figure something. They
No
said
way.
he's not activated for week 1.
Okay.
No, I just heard something different.
Look it up right now. I swear to God, they were just saying they were talking about it on first.
In this mock draft that I'm
Yeah,
doing.
you're fucked. You shouldn't have done that. Then
No.
they're probably laughing at you right now, bro.
Nope.
But anyways, give me your top 3 quarterbacks.
I've got 5 picks of like Illuminati type players, which we're gonna start off with Russell Wilson.
This fucking
We're gonna
guy.
see how he does this year. He's been getting a lot of press. Normally, when I look at a player that's getting a lot of press and getting a lot of media attention, they always push that player and make him great that coming season. It always happens with everything. So, for one, I'm gonna go with him. So we got he's probably my number 3. I'll give him that though.
You're gonna put Russell Wilson top 3.
Is my
I guess
top
that
3.
it kind of makes sense fantasy wise, but I'm listening to you bullshit right now. Go ahead.
See,
Continue.
I'm flipping around though. Then my number 2 is Carson Wentz.
Okay.
Thank you. I can rock with that.
If he can stay
That's
healthy.
my boy. If he can stay healthy, so I'm praying for him. And my number one is fucking Matt Stafford, and I don't give a fuck if I sound like a hometown team. He's increasing every year. Last year, he was better than what he was the previous year.
Let me explain to you your one.
Stafford is on a plateau.
Let me explain to you your 1, 2, and 3 right now. According to ESPN, is number 7, number 11, and you said Russell Wilson. Where's Russell?
Even in the top 10.
Damn, he's like number 20. He's ranked behind Eli Manning.
Damn, so where Eli Manning at?
Oh, well, sorry. You know what? I do apologize. This is according to my points in our league. In our league, you do get point. You get a point per 2 completions.
Okay.
So they're expecting him to get more, I guess, passes completed than Russell Wilson. But all right, but still.
I think they don't know the young players on Seattle, and they will find out this year. So,
according to ESPN, you might have to look at because my rankings are a little fucked up because of the point per completion. Big shout out to everyone in my league. We may actually think about going with quarterbacks first. I know I told you not to take the quarterback, but you may want to think about taking it just from the fact. They get a lot of points.
Okay, it's interesting.
I'm still lying to you. No, don't do that. If you pick a quarterback, I will pick the receiver or the running back that you leave there. I promise you.
Yeah. So when is it good to pick up the quarterback? Then you don't have to pick him.
Hey, I maybe like round 4, 5
for what?
For quarterback.
So for the first,
he's saying that right now only to throw people off, and he's gonna get a quarterback round 1. Watch.
He gonna grab Drew Brees and stuff.
You got.
I'm sorry, but go ahead and draft him. If you're gonna draft Drew, get him. I encourage you to. You're gonna leave all the other better ones out there for me.
All the other better ones.
All right, you said you wanted me to look up the top 3 as ESPN. Mm-hmm. Top 3, Aaron Rodgers. That's unanimous. I don't want to hear shit from anyone. About A-Rod.
He can get all that money.
I can argue against that, but go ahead.
Well, number 2, Tom.
Of course.
Which I don't think he's going to last there. I don't think he's going to end there at the end of the year, number 2. Number 3 is Cam.
Killer Cam. That's my boy, yes.
Cam.
Russell.
Whoa, Cam.
Noteworthy. Russell is number 4.
Oh, really? Okay.
Drew's like number 6, so whatever.
I forgot about Cam because that's why we got into it last year because I rolled with Cam and they played the Saints. Yes. So I might have to put Cam up there.
We swept the fucking the Panthers last year, so I don't want to hear shit. We 3 games swept them too because we beat these motherfuckers in the playoffs. It must be hard to lose to a team 3 times in one season.
Oh, yeah, that must be tough.
I mean, statistically, that's hard. You got to get at least 1 out of 3, right? God damn.
Not in football.
But anyways, I disagree with that top 3. Obviously, you know who would be in my top 3. Tom Brady. Drew Brees. Aaron Rodgers.
A-Rod. Okay.
A-Rod's number 1, man.
No, in no particular order.
A-Ron is about to step out here. Come on here,
A-Ron.
Okay. Him and Jay Quellen out in this bitch. What up?
Top 3 defense, go.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, I mean,
then probably Philly, and then
Houston,
yeah. Saints very close to probably top 5.
I'd give them a top 7.
Okay. I drafted them, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, I took the Eagles and the Saints defense in my $200 league.
Oh goddamn! You're gonna have fucking decisions to make all year. Who do I play?
No, it's a pretty easy decision. You go by the matchup.
Yeah. Defenses are different. You're right.
Defenses, I love getting 2. People are like, oh, get 1 and then stream the rest. I'm like, nah, I'd rather pick 2 really good ones.
Yeah.
And kind of flip flop them depending on who they're playing all year.
Yeah.
Kickers, go.
Robbie Gould.
No.
Oh, my name in your league, by the way, is
Will
Gould
Lutz,
Rush.
baby. Will Lutz for the Saints, baby.
Rush.
We're gonna go ahead and.
For the Saints.
Robbie Gould was the top scoring fantasy kicker last year.
Over Gostkowski.
Yes.
Really?
Top scoring fantasy kicker, Robbie Gould.
Gostkowski's nasty. If I had to go with anyone number 1, I'd pick him. For the kicker, I should say, not number 1 over. I have the number 1 overall.
Tom converts touchdowns. Garoppolo put him in position to score points. Didn't always get the touchdowns.
That part.
Yeah.
So, Robbie Gould, Mr. Dependable. Kick that.
You know why though? Because Jimmy G's a fucking halfway quarterback, bro. Halfway.
He is baby Brady, so you know.
I wouldn't give him that much credit. So.
Yeah, he would. Hey. He will show everyone. Watch.
All right.
Nice.
Let's get into this money.
Uh-huh.
Where the fuck did the Giants get the money to pay
Fucking question.
Odell Beckham?
Does he deserve more
Yes.
money than Antonio Brown?
No. And that's why
Because he got it.
AB's going to get a raise, though. He's about to get a fucking...
He just got a contract like a couple years ago, didn't he?
But he signed a 4-year.
It was a 4-year? I thought.
So if he got it 2 years ago, he's got 2 more years. He's going to get a raise. ODB fucked up the entire market right now.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers destroyed the market. He dropped the mic on the market right now. A gold mic.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna bite the Packers in the ass. Why? Because they have no receivers now. So how the fuck?
Randall's kind of cobbly, but
Jimmy
he's
Graham
okay.
is not going to work out.
Touchdowns. He'll get like 500 yards, but he'll get like 8 touchdowns. Watch.
You know what?
Talk about those TDs.
Going off that as well, he's actually one of my sleeper picks. I see him actually with 12 plus touchdowns this year because that's all Aaron Rodgers is going to look at in the red zone.
Probably.
Is fucking Jimmy Graham.
I could see that too.
But the moment Jimmy Graham gets hit in the mouth, and I'm speaking from experience because he was on the fucking Saints, he will no longer play football.
Oh.
You can punk him out of playing big. You can punk him out of playing big.
And we didn't even go over tight ends.
Oh, we didn't. Damn. Top 3, obviously Gronk,
But he won't be, and he should.
Travis Kelce.
Yup. And then
That's a white boy with some moves.
Zach Ertz, number 3.
Yeah, that's another white boy with some moves.
And then another white boy right after it, Greg Olsen.
Olsen.
Yeah, but he's got Cam thrown to him, so I don't know how that's going to work out this year.
He's always been all right. New offensive coordinator. Guess who? Norv Turner.
Bitch ass Norv Turner. What did
Okay.
he do as a
Carolina.
What did he do as a head coach again?
Score points
Yeah.
and have terrible defense. That's what he did as a head coach.
That's crazy.
And that's what you want in fantasy. Score points. And he's just the offensive coordinator. He's not even the
Okay.
head coach.
Wait, so you didn't even know? Oh, he took an offensive coordinator position? I mean, I guess he feel it is a better fit for him, but...
It is a better fit for him.
Gronk is way overrated. I'm avoiding him in all my drafts. People are paying way too much for him in like the second, third round. No way. I can get a number 1, second number 1 running back, you know?
In that spot.
You talking about?
Passing on Gronk, that's what I'm talking about.
No.
Yeah.
He's not
I'd
fast.
rather have a younger, more dependable person who's not going to get hurt.
Why wouldn't you want
That's true.
Gronk?
You want to go with the young bloods nowadays because they got so the health and the conditioning for these players have gotten so much better over the years. A lot of these young cats, if they got any kind of $1 million contract behind them, they're gonna come out. They're gonna come out beasting, bro. So whoever's just got some top picks from college,
I'm going to tell you like this.
look at them.
I'm going to tell you like this. Gronkowski is the prototype for the tight end position.
Yeah,
He's
5
big.
years ago.
Fast, strong,
Yeah, he's a beast.
agile, even hurt, he's better than your tight end. And by you, I
There's
mean
a lot of...
I mean
Dude,
you listening to this. Whoever your tight end is for your team, yes, Gronk is better than them.
Gronkowski.
I don't know, man.
Secondly,
There's a deeper tight end pool this year than there was the last couple of years.
Okay.
Watch.
Till
Travis Kelce. He's number 2 on my list.
Okay.
He's a G. He's a white boy with moves.
Yep.
Okay.
But
How's
seen this
Mahomes? How's he gonna do?
Mahomes, I think, is going to throw more to the receivers this year.
Oh.
He's going to be throwing to the outside, trying to force the ball to Sammy W. Sammy W.
Yeah.
But Mr. Watt No Hands may drop the ball. Who you over here showing?
Showing that I have Travis Kelce on that $200 league, and I have
I
Cam,
never
what we
heard
talked about, and Beckham, and I just...
Yeah, you're liable to have some good players on your team when you're playing in the fantasy league. You bum nigga, you.
Yeah.
This is a 10-team league, so
Yeah,
it's
so
pretty.
yeah.
It's
It's
a lot
gonna
of
be
good
pretty
players
stacked.
out there. Yeah, everyone's got good teams.
With that being said,
I like this look then. Okay.
Sleepers.
yeah, let's just jump into sleepers. Let's do that before we head out. My number 1 sleeper,
Uh-huh.
and I've been screaming this to high heaven since day one.
Okay.
And everyone's telling me to shut the fuck up. But I'm like, you shut the fuck up.
He shut the fuck up.
Baker Mayfield, baby.
Baker Mayfield?
Yes.
What is that?
So they signed Tyrod to bring him in to lose his job. Tyrod's gonna do fine, man. He's not gonna lose his job.
No, Baker is gonna smash. I mean, Baker will play by like week 6, week 7.
Okay.
And then that's when, buys start happening. Bye weeks start happening. So you take a chance. You pick up Baker. You let him play that week. You let him see what happens, and then who knows? You start him.
Yeah.
You start him over, Ryan Tannehill. You start him over Matt Ryan. You start him over Jimmy G.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, that's a big call, bro.
Baker Mayfield. Out of here.
Right.
This guy. What about position
I
players?
wanted Johnny Manziel to do so well, and he didn't. So
yeah.
Baker Mayfield is Johnny 2.0 because he's buffer. He's a little bit bigger. He's a little bit more built for the position.
He was a disappointment.
Who's your fucking sleeper guy over sleeping on my sleeper?
I really like Aaron Jones in Green Bay. Suspended for the first 2 games. You can get him very cheap.
Really?
Very, very cheap.
Like I heard about him.
He was balling out. He got hurt towards week 9 or something like that.
At least it's late
so it's him and Jamal Williams in the backfield.
Really?
Aaron Jones is the more talented dude.
The running back for Seattle.
Chris Carson.
Really?
There you go, Chris Carson. He's
or
another
Penny.
sleeper.
Which one?
No, Chris Carson. He's the sleeper.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
He's
really
the
like him
sleeper.
too.
See, I might have to roll with
He's
him.
the
Look
sleeper.
at that.
That's what's.
Chris Carson.
Oh.
And Aaron Jones.
See, he's been listening to me. That's what's up. I'm proud of you.
So if Wilson
Fucking
dishes
my
him
own
off the ball,
research.
like pass off and shit, does that count for a completion
What?
too? For if Russell Wilson passes old boy the ball, like
If he throws him the ball, yeah.
But
But if he
with a
hands it
handoff.
off, no, it's a run.
Okay. So they don't count for no points.
If
Okay.
it's a shovel pass, that works too.
Okay. I'm down if you do that a lot.
Yeah.
There you have it, ladies and
That
gentlemen.
was nice.
That's
nice.
where we're at with this fantasy. This shit's gonna be so fun.
It's gonna be
If
dope.
you haven't joined the league yet, do it. Even for free, that's fun. But I suggest ones for money because then people are paying attention all year.
Yes.
And ones for big money, people are really paying attention all year.
Yes.
Very
So if you can
competitive.
afford it, I'd say at least $100 league.
At least $100, so you can get some kind of significant money and know that it's good and it's going
Right,
to
if it's
inspire you to
a-
do it next year. It's a growing league. It's going to end up being bigger than the gamer shit once everybody know what they're doing.
Incredibly fun.
Yes.
And it is
Hey, I'm just saying
incredibly
this shit.
fun.
We used to do this shit by hand.
Yeah,
By fucking hand.
Pieces of paper and shit.
Man, that shit was tedious.
Yes.
Now the apps do the fucking
Yeah.
the calculations for you.
Yeah.
So
And I'm still just learning that. So imagine the rest of the world know that how big this gonna get. So that's dope. Stay tuned this whole season. We are getting
like I
man
said,
cave.
watch that shit. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's what we will be in a man
We're gonna
cave
be in a
out
man
here.
cave one day in this season.
They do like some football by the pool shit.
Yeah. It's
dope.
And it's like
downtown
specials
Las Vegas.
everywhere around.
Yeah,
it's
downtown Las
fucking-
Vegas.
It's
event
fucking.
centers,
It looks
we
crazy
doing.
as shit.
It's
We'll
gonna be
do it
dope.
eventually.
So stay tuned for that.
But
yeah.
that's that's the podcast on I should say the Budcast on fucking on fantasy
the
football.
NFL
You know what it
fantasy
is.
Football season.
Leave your subscribe, comment, leave your fucking questions,
subscribe,
leave
all
your
that stuff.
fucking answers. What you think
Yeah.
did we leave someone out? Who the
Yeah.
fuck do you want to see?
Throw
You think
your
you
pick
can,
in.
You think
Your
you can
top
beat
three.
me? You can't beat me. Is your name Doogie and you're gonna lose to me again this year?
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
One last
It's
year.
gonna happen.
Ah,
Man, I wasn't even paying attention to that.
challenge.
league
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly.
I
Title.
wasn't even
I'm
paying
still a
attention.
champion, so
I
you can't
wasn't
talk
even paying
shit.
attention to
I
that
want to
league.
hear shit all
I
year.
wasn't even
I'm
paying
gonna do
attention to
niggas,
that
so I
league.
just gave these niggas 100.
I wasn't
We'll
even
see what
paying
it do.
attention to that league. I was gonna say something though, and it's slipping my mind right now. Like, subscribe, share, iTunes, YouTube. Fuck. That's what happens when you smoke weed.
That's what happens, man.
Yeah,
We
so,
out here. We everywhere. Follow our social media. Tag everything but cast.
That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Love, peace, chicken grease.
Yes,
Have
yes.
yourself a good evening.
Happy evening, be